French. 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 French, French. 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 There you go. There you have it. The word French 10 times. French in 10. You get it? Because it's said 10 times. It's a joke. That's unnecessary. All right? All right, fine. Here's Ben Shires and Miss V. Bitesize Daily. I thought it was funny.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Ben Shires. Voici Bitesize Daily. Do you know which language I was speaking? Yes, I was speaking French. And I said, hello, I'm called Ben Shires. This is Bitesize Daily. Let's take a look at all the brilliance we'll be getting up to today. First up, in maths, we're learning about the shape of things before catching up with Ella Bella Ballerina on her Midsummer Night's Dream adventure in Bitesize Daily Book Club. After that, we'll count in French before wrapping up the show with everybody's favourite Bitesize Daily quiz, Teacher Says. Right then, Bitesize Dailyers, it's time to get into shape. I love moving my body into different shapes, like this. I can make a triangle with my legs, look at that. And if I try really hard, I can even form my body into a circle. Oh no, I've done myself a mischief there. Needs more practice, I feel. Anyway, let's go and see what the super movers have in their locker for us today.
This is your 4 times table. It's super duper sweet. 0 times 4 is 0. 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. He's running quickly, don't be late. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. What you doing, Cyril, is playing tambourine. 5 times 4 is 20. 6 times 4 is 24. Nice move, Cyril. He's doing the lawnmower. 7 times 4 is 28. 8 times 4 is 32. Look at Cyril go. He's really got the groove. 9 times 4 is 36. 10 times 4 is 40. He's shopping at the supermarket, filling up his trolley. 11 times 4 is 44. 12 times 4 is 48. Now we're at the end. That's your 4 times table, mates. 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48. Yeah! 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48. Yeah! So what's 7 times 4? Can you say what it is? That's 28, 28. The answer's 28. 7 times 4 is 28. So what's 9 times 4? Can you say what it is? That's 36, 36. The answer's 36. 9 times 4 is 36. Rewind! 12 times 4 is 48. 11 times 4 is 44. 10 times 4 is 40. Do the shopping trolley. 9 times 4 is 36. 8 times 4 is 32. Look at Cyril go. He's really got the groove. 7 times 4 is 28. 6 times 4 is 24. Come on, everybody. Let's do the lawnmower. 5 times 4 is 20. 4 times 4 is 16. Everybody do it. Play the tambourine. 3 times 4 is 12. 2 times 4 is 8. Let's all run real quickly. Quick, quick now, don't be late. 1 times 4 is 4. 0 times 4 is 0. Now we're at the end. You're the 4 times table hero.
Oh, I'm impressed. Great moves, everyone. And how about we continue that party with a disco? Hit the music! Come on, Mrs. V, join us and throw some shapes as well.
Nice moves, Ben. And it's a perfect time to throw some shapes because today's maths lesson is all about spotting 2-dimensional or 2D shapes.
Great. Well, Mrs. V and I have a boogie. You can find out the shape of things to come.
Here's what you want to know about two-dimensional shapes. 2D shapes are completely flat, like a drawing on a piece of paper. They can have different numbers of sides, and these can be straight or curved. A corner is called a vertex, and it's where two sides meet. Regular 2D shapes have sides with equal lengths and vertices that are the same size, like this equilateral triangle, square, and pentagon. Irregular 2D shapes have sides that are different lengths and vertices that are different sizes, like this kite, triangle, and hexagon.
And it's not just on the dance floor where you'll find 2D shapes. They are everywhere.
Oh, yeah! Does that mean we have to stop dancing?
Sadly so, yes.
Oh!
What do you think is the best way to identify what kind of shape we are looking at?
Well, I would start by counting the number of sides it has.
Exactly. So, what would you call this one here?
Well, it has 3 sides, and that means it's the trusty triangle.
Very good, it does. It has 3 sides and 3 angles. Do you know what we call the corners where the edges meet?
Oh, it begins with a V. Mrs. V, vertices?
That's right. One corner is called a vertex. And when there are more than one, we call them vertices. OK, what about this one here?
No vertices here. It's a circle, but I'm not sure how many sides it has.
Circles are the odd ones out in this group. Rather than having sides, it's best to say that a circle is a closed, two-dimensional, curved shape.
Yes, I see. A closed, two-dimensional, curved shape, a.k.a. a circle.
Now, what's the difference between a circle and a football?
Well, a 2D shape, like a circle, is flat, but a 3D shape, like a football, is solid.
How about we play a little game with the remaining shapes? Instead of me holding them up, you have to guess which one I'm thinking about.
OK. Well, I'm not a mind reader, miss. However, I do have my special mind-reading hat with me today, just by chance.
Ooh, nice.
Ta-da! Yes, OK, I am ready.
OK, the first shape I'm thinking about has 5 sides.
I see the letter P. It's a pentagon.
Yes, well done, Ben. You really are a mind reader. OK, so now I'm thinking of a 6-sided shape.
I'm seeing a 6-sided shape where all the sides are the same length and all the angles are the same. I see the letter H. It's a hexagon.
I do not know how you are doing this. It must be that hat. OK, now I'm thinking of an 8-sided shape.
I'm seeing an 8-sided shape where all the sides are the same length and all the angles are the same. I see the letter O. It's an octagon.
Ben Shires, you really know your polygons.
Yeah, Polly who?
Polygons. A polygon is a word for a flat 2D shape with straight sides, just like the ones that I mentioned. They are regular polygons. I did not test you on any irregular shapes this time.
Well, I think this has polygone pretty well. Yeah, it's a better joke than that, actually. Why don't you go on a shape hunt at home? See what polygons you can spot and get your grown-ups to guess the shape you're thinking of. Mind-reading hat, not included. And if you need more help with maths, go to the iPlayer and search BBC Bitesize Teacher Talks for one-to-one lessons with teachers who take you through topics step by step.
These guys are 2D shapes, and 2D shapes are everywhere. Shapes have sides and corners and are completely flat, like a drawing on a piece of paper. Circles don't have corners and have got just one long, round side. Wheels, they're circles and are one of the most important inventions ever. Oof, and doesn't he know it? Triangles, like a slice of pizza, and sandwiches. They've got 3 sides. Square, 4 equal sides. You see squares in the faces of a dice and cheese crackers. Whoa. Rectangles, similar to squares, but have 2 long sides and 2 shorter sides. Books, TVs, postcards. Pentagons, 5 sides. You can see these in the black shapes in the patterns on a football. Hexagons, 6 sides. A honeycomb and the ends of pencils. octagons. 8 sides. Stop signs on the side of the road, they're octagons. Bit rude.
It's time for Bitesize Daily Book Club. This week we're reading Ella Bella Ballerina and A Midsummer Night's Dream by James Mayhew. Yesterday, Ella Bella and Puck, the cheeky elf, used magic flowers to make Titania fall in love with the first person she saw. Then they spotted a man called Bottom in the forest and turned him into a donkey. Alex Jones is here to tell us what happens next.
Bottom had no idea he looked so funny and wondered why his friends all ran away. He set off into the woods after them. Now he is the perfect love for our queen, giggled Puck. Bottom found a grove filled with flowers, and there slept the beautiful fairy queen Titania. She was surrounded by fairies singing. Oberon had already put the magic flower juice upon Titania's eyes. Bottom tried singing too. Titania awoke to Bottom's braying. "Oh, my lovely," she said as she stroked Bottom's ears and gazed into his eyes. It was quite clear that Titania was in love with him. They danced under the moon and then at last fell asleep in each other's arms. "They look so silly," giggled Arabella and Puck. Oberon appeared. "Yes, and when Titania awakes, she will hope this donkey was only a midsummer dream," he smiled. "Now remove the spell from the foolish Bottom." Puck waved his hands and Bottom's donkey's ears vanished and his own face was restored. He ran off to find his friends.
Ella Bella and Puck are so cheeky. Don't you agree, Mr. Allen? Mr. Allen?
Oh, Ben, your eyes are so beautiful.
Oh, thanks very much, Mr. Allen. I mean, hang on a minute. Has someone cast a spell on you?
I tricked you, Ben.
Oh.
This is exactly what happens in the story. With Ella, Bella and Puck's help, King Oberon put some magic flower juice upon Titania's eyes. He's trying to trick Titania into loving someone else.
Yes, a man named Bottom who now has a head like a donkey with long ears and a big long snout.
Remember, this Shakespeare play is a comedy. Titania awoke to Bottom braying. Do you know what braying means?
Well, braying is the sound that donkeys make, isn't it?
Very good. Do you think this spell has made Titania fall in love with Bottom, despite all this?
Well, it does describe them dancing under the moon together, so I guess so, yeah. But I don't understand why King Oberon wants this to happen.
Well, King Oberon hopes when Titania finally wakes, she'll realise it was a bad dream. And it's actually the king she loves.
Ah, of course, A Midsummer Night's Dream. This all seems a bit mean on poor Bottom, though. I mean, even all of his friends ran away.
Do you think King Oberon's plan will work, though, and Titania will fall in love with him again?
Oh, well, we'll have to wait until tomorrow to find out, won't we? In the meantime, you can catch up with all the Bite-Sized Daily Book Clubs on BBC iPlayer. Right, well, I've finished with the mind-reading hat, so I can put that back in my bag of hats. And look what I've got here, my French beret, because it's time to introduce Monsieur Alain. Bonjour!
Bonjour, Ben. Not all French people wear berets, you know.
I think you'll find they do. But I'll remember that for next time. Now, I could tell you a hat joke right now, but it'll probably go right over your head. Come on!
Oh, très bien, Ben. I'm glad you brought in a lot of hats today, though. We can count how many you've got in French. You can join in at home, too. Say the numbers out loud. 1.
OK, I'm going to put on my hat stand.
Listen to that sound I make. It's what we call a nasal sound in French. Sometimes the sounds are different.
That does sound more French. OK, what's 2?
De.
De. De.
De. Very good. 3. Trois.
Trois. OK, on goes trois. That's a tricky one to say, isn't it?
Yes, you make the R sound at the back of your throat. And listen to the wa sound. Trois.
Trois.
Next up, 4. Quatre.
Quatre. Right. There you go, quatre. That sounds a bit like cat.
Yes, it does. And listen to that R sound in the back of the throat again. Quatre. Next, 5. Cinq.
Cinq, OK, here we go, cinq. Oh, squeeze it round there. And that's another nosy sound, isn't it, cinq?
Yes, it is. Cinq has a nasal sound again. Well spotted. Bravo. Next, 6. Six.
Six, similar to 6, I guess.
Yes, it is. Spelled the same, but sounds different. Six. 7. Sept.
Set. Here we go. Set.
Nearly there. 8. Wheat.
Wheat. This one starts with a sneaky silent H, doesn't it? Wheat.
Yes. Wheat. We have to watch out for silent letters in French. We've already had them in deux, trois, and sept. Next is 9. Neuf.
Neuf. Neuf, eh? Well, I've almost had enough of these hats.
Remember that sound from deux. Neuf. And now 10. Dix.
Dix. Dix. Dix. Oh, dix.
Dix.
I've run out of hats. I don't have a dix. Oh, hang on. I got my beret. There's my dix. Dix.
So let's count from 1 to 10 one more time. Join in at home. Ready?
Ready.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Très bien. You can practice counting at home in French with toys or books or even hats. Or get your grown-up to gather some things and you tell them how many there are.
Merci, Monsieur Alain. And you can find French on the BBC Bitesize website. C'est magnifique.
Bonjour, ce jeu s'appelle la marelle. Un. Un. 2. 1, 2. 2. 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Manqué. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Manqué. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Manon a gagné.
Oh, I've really enjoyed learning about shapes today, as well as counting to 10 in French. Let's see how much I can remember as we play Teacher Says. And why don't you join in too? Mrs. V will ask questions about things we've learnt, whilst I throw some shapes. When I hear Mrs. V say something false, I stop moving. So, Mrs. V, take it away.
OK, first up is maths. A square has 4 equal sides. Yes, that's true. Next, a polygon is a name given to a flat 2D shape. Good, yes, that is true as well. Bite-sized daily book club now. Bottom had been turned into a cat. That is false. Bottom had been turned into a donkey.
Phew, finished. All that shape making was hard work. And how did you get on at home? Well done for taking part. You really helped me shape up. Give yourselves a pat on the back. That's your bite-sized daily lesson over for another day. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you're still hungry for more, then check out the BBC Bitesize website. There are lots of brilliant things on there. Take care and see you tomorrow.
Well, with that wonderful starter of Bitesize Daily, it's time to head over to the main course for you 7 to 9-year-olds. So now you know how to count to 10 in French, time to talk a bit more about food in French. And to get you ready, I prepared a little comedy set right here. You know, because I think laughter is the best way to learn. So here we go. Hey, did you know I tried to make it in France as a famous French chef? Yeah, I really wanted to take off, but it didn't quite happen. Turns out that chef work just didn't pan out for me. Pan is bread in French. It works. Okay, yeah, next one. So then I decided to try and be a stand-up comic in France, but then I quit because I just had enough. Earth is egg in French. That's why I did the joke. Is this on? Is it working? It's working, okay, yeah. Anyway, all worked out in the end because I became a CBBC presenter. Bree's a French cheese?